On this episode of Roughing with the Sappers, we're going to do a deep dive into a single call. We've done this a couple of times in the past, but we're going to start calling those Sapper shorts to have a little bit of a catchy name to them. So, this particular game was a U10 boys match. So, they were born in 2014. These are mostly 9-year-old boys. They're playing a State Cup game where it's the knockout round, meaning that whichever team wins, they advance in the State Cup tournament. Whichever team loses, their State Cup journey is over. Queuing this up a little bit here, it was very early in the game. So it was only 5 minutes into, at this age, they play 25-minute halves, so 50 minutes total. So very early. The white team was winning 1-0 at this point. The ball is actually thrown in from the far left side of the screen. So I'm actually here in black, kind of about 10% of the way to the left-hand side. The ball is even being thrown from this player way over here on the left, and it's thrown up. Quickly here, it gets kicked up to this attacker who's on the right-hand side. Now, right there, it's kicked. You'll notice that this red player is in the attacking half and is closer to the goalkeeper than the second to last defender who is right here. However, at these young age groups, at least where we play, they have a special rule. You'll notice the dotted line here to the right is called the build-out line. And at this age group, offside doesn't count until you're past this line. So this player is onside. This is a legal play. He gets the ball. He's on an attack here. Defender's in a good spot, but then kind of loses it, realizes he's beat, and then he pulls that player down. So clearly a foul, clearly in the box, and that player was one-on-one with the goalie without that foul. Let's come over and see what the laws of the game say about this. So I'm specifically coming over to Law 12.3 under disciplinary actions in fouls and misconduct. I'm going to start by jumping down here to the DOGSO section under denying an obvious goal scoring opportunity, and I'm going to read off these section here under the following must be considered. So the distance between the offense and the goal, the general direction of play, the likelihood of keeping or gaining control of the ball, and the location and numbers of defenders. So if you've watched this channel for long, you've heard us talk about when we're trying to decide, is it DOGSO or is it stopping a promising attack, or sometimes called SPA, these four considerations. And basically, if all four of these are present, then you've got a DOGSO. And if only three of them are present, then you've usually got stopping a promising attack. And the difference usually is the difference between a red card and a yellow card, depending on where it happens. So let's go back to the video here and let's apply those four considerations and just confirm that we really do have a DOGSO consideration. So I've zoomed in here. We're going to play it. Right there, they're going in. Red gets it, and right there is the foul when he pulls him off. So this is kind of the moment the foul happens. So looking at those four considerations, first, are they close to the goal? Yep, clearly they're in the penalty area. Second, does Red have possession of the ball? Yep, he's got very clear possession of the ball. The defender's behind him. Is he going towards the goal? Yes, he's headed straight at that keeper and straight at the goal. And is there anyone other than the keeper who could possibly stop him? And the answer is no. There's nobody else over here. I'll even zoom over. There's no other defender who's got any chance of getting in there. So all four of our considerations for DOGSO are met. Now, going back to the laws of the game, let's see what happens when we actually have one of those in the penalty area. So I'm going to go up here to this paragraph at the top and read that off. It says, where a player commits an offense against an opponent within their own penalty area, which is exactly what we have here, the referee awards a penalty kick and the offender is cautioned, meaning a yellow card, if the offense was an attempt to play the ball or challenge for the ball. In all other circumstances, e.g., holding, pulling, pushing, and no possibility to play the ball, the offending player must be sent off. So, coming back to our video here, we've determined that it's DOGSO and it's in the penalty area. So, that's an upper body foul. That's a pull. Like, he did not try to play the ball. So, by the letter of the laws of the game, this should be a red card. So here I come down, you see me run in, and I immediately pull out of my front pocket where I keep my yellow cards. I come down and I give him a red card. Now, I knew that this, by the strictest laws of the game, that this actually should be a red card. But I also chose to do a yellow card here for kind of one simple reason. So we've talked on this channel before about how there's the 17 laws of the game in the book, and then there's law 18, which is in the spirit of the game. And I was trying to just apply Law 18 here. And my thought process was, had this been, you 14, 15, 16s, I would have done a red card here every day of the week and twice on Sunday. But it was U10s. It was 9-year-old kids. And I can tell you on the field, absolutely nobody expected a red card here. There were definitely people who expected a yellow card. So let's go and let's actually listen to the audio here. So you hear there, the coach is actually calling for a yellow card. And as soon as I give him the yellow card, everybody was fine with it. Absolutely nobody had any problem with me giving the yellow card and not giving a red card here. I felt like from a game management standpoint and applying that Law 18 and just in the spirit of the game, for such young players, we want to give them playing time. But here's what I really would like to know from you as our viewers and fellow referees and people who love the game. Like, do you think it's the right decision? So we've seen how the laws of the game specifically say that this really should be a red card and that player should be sent off. And now these teams should be playing 7 players against 6 players for the rest of the 45 minutes of this match. And it's an important match where honestly, this game ended up being a 1 goal game at the end of it. And so it was very, very close. But I'd like to know from you, do you think I made the right decision? Because in all honesty, I struggle with it a little bit. I struggle with, I know the law said I should have given a red card, and I knew it when the moment happened, but also feeling like, okay, this is grassroots soccer. Now, granted, it's premier level grassroots soccer, but it's still 9-year olds who we just want to, love the game and get out there and play. Now, let's see how this ended up playing out because Red had, obviously a penalty kick here. He ends up running up here. I'm giving all the instructions I normally give to the keeper and everybody outside. Player comes up, he takes his shot, ends up missing it wide. So it's unfortunate for them in this case because that would have actually tied up this game and would have made a difference in the match. But same thing, my decision to not red card and instead issue a caution in this match, also probably changed this game. So please let me know in the comments, how do you think I handled this? And know that I wasn't confused by the law. I chose to apply another standard based on just the spirit of the game, very young kids, and just keep them playing and let them play. So I'd really love to know what you think, and hope you enjoyed this episode. And I'm looking for active discussion in the comments. Join us back next week for our next upload. Hopefully, we'll do one for Thanksgiving. We'll see based on the timing, but if not, it'll be the one after that. But I'm Scott with Reffing with the Sappers, and I'll see you out on the pitch.